All right, welcome to another episode of Diva Unfiltered. Of course, Dominique Da Diva here, your host on a weekly basis where we actually get unfiltered because now we're not on the damn radio. And I have my co-host, Shay Parker here.
What's up, y'all?
Ready to kiki with me just a little bit. Well, first things first, one of my unfiltered topics this week on KYS was Tokyo Toni explaining that she does not get any money from her millionaire daughter, Blac Chyna. According to Tokyo Toni, she asked Blac Chyna for $30 just for food and was denied. She says this is the second year in a row that she hasn't seen her grandchildren. And, you know, when I was watching the videos on her Instagram, I'm like, okay, we don't always know the whole story. There could be another reason as to why Blac Chyna's decided to cut her mom off.
Exactly.
But then I started thinking, what reasons could you have to cut your mom off? So that's what I asked the DMV. And Shay, could you see yourself cutting your mom off?
I mean, if my mom was Tokyo Toni,
why? Tokyo,
I feel like
I think she could party with us.
I feel like, but and even, you know, she posted on Instagram and she posted that long caption where she was calling Chyna, you know, the B word and this and that, and people hate me because of you and da-da-da. She was just going in on her. And I was just like, wow, even if, you know, you're having a hard time with your daughter, there aren't many moms out there that I know that will literally go in on their daughter like that. Now, that $30 part, I don't believe it.
You don't believe it?
I don't believe
if
that $30
Tokyo
part.
says it went down, it went down.
No, I don't think that. But I do believe that she probably hasn't seen her grandkids in a long time. And sometimes Tokyo be acting like she on something.
She might be.
You know?
I asked the DMV, and this is what some of them had to say as far as the reasons why they had to cut their mama off.
Uh-oh.
Yes, not cut her off, but I have 12 years now speaking with my mother.
You haven't spoken to your mom in 12 years?
I grew up with my mother, and she had a new husband. She got drunk one day and told everybody in the family, she said, I'd rather choose my husband over my child.
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
And
Okay.
Since then, I haven't spoken. Yeah, it's been 12 years now.
Oh, wow. So basically, she said her mom got drunk in front of the family and said she would choose her husband over.
Yeah, so she got cut off.
Yeah, actually.
The daughter got cut off.
Actually, her mom cut her off. But that's a terrible reason. Over your husband, you can't pick. It's
And
bros
a new
over
husband.
hoes, bro.
It's not even like your baby daddy.
I mean, that
either.
doesn't go here. Bros over hoes.
I mean, but you should always. What did Tamar say in that one episode of the Braxton Values? You always choose your kids. You always choose your kids. I don't care.
That is true.
You always choose your kids. That's what I grew up, you know, thinking. You know, when you have a child, it's like.
But some people just don't
and
have
never
that.
a man. Never before a man.
She
like,
broke girl code.
Definitely broke girl code.
Now
mom
listen
code,
to
all
this
of that.
caller. KYS, hello. Have you ever had to cut your mom off?
Yes, I just cut my mother off in February.
Why?
Because she let me put a car in her name, and I got behind on the payments, and she knew why I was behind, and she called the bank and told them that she didn't say I can put the car in her name, and then pressed charges and was like, I fraudulently put this car in her name. So
Your mama done called the
she
popo on you?
Yeah, she was hot. Yeah, she called the police.
Oh, my God. What if your mom called the police on you, Shay?
You never snitch, though. That's wild.
Her mom called the police.
And not over because I'm late on the payments on the car. Like, just help me a little bit. Like, you know what's up.
My child. Take her to jail.
But she completely
I feel like my mom would do something like that.
She might not be telling the whole story, though. She might have told her mom, oh, I'm going to pay it, and never did.
Would you
and
cut
mom
your
just
mom
got
off if she
fed
snitched
off.
on you, Shay?
Yeah, I would. No, but cut off? Like, that's such a strong word. I wouldn't talk to her for a while.
Like 12 years?
I wonder, did she get arrested? Like, are you going to come bail me out after you snitched on me like that?
Apparently, the DMV did have reasons to cut their mom off. So maybe Tokyo Toni is telling the right story here. Okay, so moving along, what is a reason you've had to cut someone off after the first date? Because a 31-year-old woman out of Arizona, she is being accused of stalking and harassment after allegedly sending a man as many as 500 text messages a day, threatening to kill him, and trespassing in his home after they went on a single date. After the very first date, this is what happened.
Police say the stalking went on for a year until the man busted the woman taking a bath inside his house.
Yeah, that happened.
What? Wait, what?
You ever went on a date with a guy and was like, oh, I bet he has a good bathtub. I'm about to just break up in there, see what's happening.
But this happened a whole year after the date.
Yeah, so
she's been stalking him for a whole 12 months.
What's a reason you've ever had to cut someone off after the first date?
So one guy took me on a date. I did not want to go on a date with him. First and foremost, let me just put that out there. He kept begging me. He kept begging me for the date. And mind you, it was like the movies. I don't even like the movies. If you take me out on a date, take me out to eat. So he takes me out to the movies and he makes me pay for my own ticket. So instead of like saying something to him, I just told him I had to use the bathroom, went and got a refund and left. And then I cut him off after that.
You left?
Because I feel like it was the principle of it. After you begged me for a date, I get here, then you make me pay for a movie I'd never even wanted to see. Like, absolutely not. So I cut him off.
I had someone take me to the movies, and he didn't even like understand the movie. He just took me because I wanted to see that particular movie. And
that was nice.
I was mad because I was like, this is an Amy Winehouse documentary, and you don't even know Amy Winehouse. You're not even my type of. You don't even know. You don't have the musical appetite for Amy Winehouse. She's freaking amazing. So
he just wasn't your type. So
well,
you were
he
like,
wasn't my type, but also when I hugged him, it was soft up here. He had like man boobs.
Oh nah, that is a great reason to cut someone off
every time. But I've definitely had someone. I definitely had someone card decline.
Oh hell no!
Never paid me back. I also had.
Wait, so you had to pay for the date and then he never gave you your money back?
Never gave me my money back.
He wanted to go on a date that bad that he wanted to go and make you pay.
I was over it, and I went on a date once. I went on a date with this white guy, and he cussed his mom out in the middle of the day. He picks up the phone and he's like, "Mom, I freaking told you this yarn stem's good." And I'm sitting there watching him cuss his mom out, and then he just comes back like, "Okay, now where were we?" And I'm just looking at him like,
"No, I cannot be on a date with someone who disrespects their mother like that."
That's what I'm saying.
And see, that's the difference between the black guys and the white guys. Because ain't no black guy gonna be on the phone
talking to his mom like
busting
that.
out she will pull up there.
Well, girl, I asked the DMV a reason that they had to break up with somebody after the first date.
I know they had some craziness to say.
Girl, look what they had to say.
Because they showed up to my house with their bags and wanted to move in.
Oh, did she want to move in or was it a booty bag?
No, it was more than a booty bag.
Oh, snap. That means she had more than one outfit in there.
She had multiple outfits.
So wait a minute, she went on a date with you and then it was like, yeah, he seemed like a good stable guy I can move in with. And then boom, y'all went from appetizers to dessert to moving in. You move fast.
Yeah, she moves fast. I had to date it, remember?
So, Shay, you ever went on a date with a guy and then was like, you know what? I'm about to just move my ass.
No, I have never. Never.
You ever had someone do that to you?
Now, I have pulled up to my college boyfriend's dorm with bags because there was a mice in my room. But we was together. We was in a relationship. This wasn't a date where I'm just like, well, yep, I'm about to bring my,
I think, like, people come on dates with different motives. I think the entire time she was sitting there like, you know what?
You're going to be my man.
You're going to be my man. I just want to take this to the next level tonight, right after tiramisu.
I already have my bags in the car.
Right after the tiramisu, I'm moving in.
Have my
right
stuff
side
with
or the left
me.
side of the bed. Listen to this caller. KYS, hello. You ever had to cut someone off after the first date?
I had someone actually look up who I actually had sex with because he wanted to make sure that he was better than them.
Look up your previous sexual partner or like look up your last boyfriend or something?
Like previous everything. Like he went down the list. Well, have you had sex with this guy? Have you had sex with him? Have you had sex with him?
Okay, Shay, don't you think the first date is like too soon to be worried about my sexual partner?
Okay, first and foremost, we're grown. And the whole body count, trying to figure out who I had sex with, like you need to be worried about you.
The number is 4.
Ladies. We need to mind our business. Summer 2018.
At all times,
it's always 4.
The number is 4. It's always 4.
It's always
sex 4. With 4 people. Say it with me. I've had sex with 4 people.
And if you try to make it believable, you can say, it's 6, but I don't count 2 because then he gonna think,
Plus,
So just say 4.
Name, if both of them name is CJ and you got 2 CJs, that's one body. You feel me? Like, it's 4. Like, the number, nice for what? Summer 8, 20.
I mean, if you really ask me, if you really want to get unfiltered, I feel like if you use condoms, the body don't count.
I can go with that.
It don't, because why?
Stamp.
Why would it?
Stamp.
Why would it?
Stamps right here. We're going to stamp that, and that is the rules. I don't make the rules. We just play the rules.
Listen, we just play the game.
Listen to this other caller.
Oh, my gosh. He kept his card disgusting. thing. Like, he went to McDonald's and had all of their cups in his car. He was stinky. I was like,
oh that is the worst. No, I can't do stinkiness. What about you, Shay? Would that have been a deal breaker for you? A stinky?
Absolutely. First of all, as a man, you know, men take pride in their cars.
But I'm
even if it's a Honda Civic. You know,
but what about all the water bottles? A lot of times if you get in my car, it's like mad water bottles. You know, like water bottles with like 4 more swigs in it that you just kind of like.
Okay, but that's water. That's water. That's not the big
cup.
supersized McDonald's orange soda that you had 2 weeks ago.
Don't
that's
pick
gross.
me up if your car is dirty in the inside like that and you're not willing to clean it up real quick before I sit my ass down.
Ew.
Seriously. That's just gross.
I don't like that. And then she said it was stinky.
I don't do stinky. Someone came up to me the other day and wanted to sit down. Like, okay, another thing, PSA, fellas, when we're out alone at the bar, sometimes we're not lonely.
And
good.
we don't want you to
checking
come talk.
emails. I just need to take this time to take in this drink. I'm a working woman. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really need you, especially if you funky.
This is a solo moment.
Okay, especially if you funky to come and try to join me because you think I'm just this lonely distress. And he was smelly. He still paid for my food, and that's great.
That was nice.
But he should.
Did you give him your number?
No.
Did he ask for it?
Yes.
What did you say?
No. And that's the thing. No is a full sentence, and it sounds rude when we just say no and we don't have anything else to say with it.
To follow it,
but it's still just no.
It is a complete sentence.
Because if I said yes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, like, no just sounds mean, doesn't it? Like, no.
He said no. You know, I respect that.
I don't know what he said. But
you were out of there. Dominique was out of there. You are leaving. Yeah, no. Definitely a wrap if you're stinky.
Okay.
Or if your breath stinks. That's the worst. You go on a first date and a guy's breath stinks. Wow.
Wow.
Because that means you don't brush your tongue. That's what that means. People's breath stink because they don't brush their tongue. And I'm like, you can brush the teeth all day, but if you're not hitting that tongue or those gums,
hitting the tongue of the gums. Anyway, let's move along here. Shay, let's talk about the fact that this week was the Met Gala or Gala. Do you say
my
Gala
favorite?
Or Gala? Is it Gala?
So I say both because I'm never sure.
I do too. The Gala.
Is it Gala?
The Gala.
I think it's Gala.
Anyway, it's Rihanna's.
First off, sis came as the Pope.
Okay, Pope where? Our mother.
Thought it was.
I love
y'all. Thought y'all was gonna come and slay.
I love Rihanna. Our mother, who art in heaven, all of that. I love her. But Cardi B and Nicki Minaj were spotted having a little chit chat. I'm sure you've seen.
Well, wait a minute. Can we just talk about Cardi B like dressing up as like basically Beyonce?
Yeah, that's basically kind of what she did.
I wonder, was that like on purpose or was she like, I didn't even know?
I don't know. People, I mean, Beyonce took that from somewhere too.
Yeah.
So once she does it, it's basically.
Well, she looked beautiful nonetheless. Nicki Minaj came as the devil. So you know,
she did say that.
Oh, it's all about, you know, being the bad guy. I'm the bad guy, bitch. So I'm dressed as the devil.
You guys want to make me the bad guy? Here I am. But apparently, her conversation with Cardi went just fine, and whatever they were feuding about, they're no longer feuding about. Check it.
I never was feuding with anybody. There was a misunderstanding. You know, I think like she felt a certain type of way about something. I definitely felt a certain type of way about something. Didn't want her to ever talk about it in public because I felt like we're going to see each other again and we will talk about it. But the thing is that it's always little issues, but you know, fans are always going to make it a big thing. Folks are in the Met Gala about it. And it's just like, see, it was just something that it has to be talked about.
See, Shay, it was just something that had to be talked about. You know, we talked about it, and we got to talk about it.
You know what that sound like?
Talk about it. What?
You know what that sound like? That sound like it was, what's up? Now I see you. So what's up? Tell me what's up. We can talk about it. We can either talk about it, we can go outside. We can talk about it, we can go outside. That's what it sounded like. And then it sounded like they talked about it and it was really just cool. But it did seem like, even though we still don't know what the issue was that had to be talked about, but it seemed like Nicki was in her feelings and Cardi was in her feelings too, and they just didn't talk to each other and letting their people, you know, their people call their people, and then you got the three Migos in between and all of that.
I feel like I don't know. I kind of feel like
I wish she would say what the issue was, but
I think the issue kind of was, you know, from what Nicki was saying was that
motorsport.
Yeah, she was like, I didn't feel like, I felt like Nicki wanted to be praised a little bit more. And I think what I took from what Nicki was saying was the only thing that Cardi kept saying was her verse changed. I didn't hear that verse. But if Cardi didn't hear that verse and allegedly people were trying to say, dang, she talking about Cardi on the same song that they on together, maybe Cardi did feel away like, oh, you changed your verse and are you talking about me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know.
But on Nicki's first verse, she said Cardi's name. And somebody
but that ain't
in
even
Cardi's camp.
That ain't even a big up because it's like you saying that you the coach and I'm Lombardi.
And
Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that ain't what it is. Like, I don't know who else played with Lombardi or whatever.
Quavo was cool with it.
Yeah, put the Quavo in there. Take my name out. Like, that ain't even, that could be taken a different way, too. Quavo just want to smash something.
He doesn't care what goes on. He just wants to, he's just here as a patron.
They all just
okay. But we're all about girl power at the end of the day.
No, I would definitely
talk
like
about it
to
and you
hear
squashed it.
Cardi and Nicki on a record together. Like, why not?
I would love to hear it, and I would love to for them to do an interview together and just like if we're gonna talk about the issue, let them both be there and do the interview. You know what I'm saying? And like hear both sides, and it's not like one person doing an interview here and the other here. So that would be dope. Can somebody get that together?
Yeah, it's just so different these days because back in the day when you had two artists working together, they actually worked together. They were actually in the studio session together, mixing chemistry, this, that, and the third, putting forth ideas. It can be so hard working with someone just over email and text. Like, oh, send this, boom, send that. Oh, put that back, send that, text this, text that. Where it's like, y'all don't even know if y'all really bang with each other like that.
Right. And this is the thing, too. Like, Nicki, I did get that, too, that she just wanted more homage to be paid to her. But my thing is Cardi didn't ask you to be on the song. It's not even her song. It's a Migos song. So, what am I grateful for? They asked me and they asked you.
Barb's not me this time.
Listen, the bar. I don't got time to play with the Barbs this week. Like, it's Thursday. We almost at the weekend. Don't play with me.
I feel like the Barb, they are the biggest fan army, though. I'll be smashed to
but you don't even take them serious, though. Like, they be talking about you, and then you go to their page, and you just be like,
oh my God.
But
you just be like, oh my God, you're still on your mom's health insurance. Why am I arguing
First of all, what are you?
Stop, Shay. You can't say that here. I mean, we're getting unfiltered.
I'm sorry.
But
okay, fine.
What is going on?
I'm just saying what everyone is thinking.
Okay, now how do you feel about Childish Gambino dropping his visual for This Is America? It's hitting millions of views. It was at like 7 million views within the first 48 hours. I am addicted to watching it. Did you see it?
I did see it. I saw it, and I also read like a whole bunch of articles on it just because I wanted to see like different perspectives of what people thought it was.
I love that everyone
thought it was brilliant.
Up on the fact that the guns were so safe in the video.
Right.
It's like how we take care of our guns more than we take care
of our people.
I thought that was
thought it was brilliant. I thought he did a really good job. But I mean, Childish Gambino has always just been a very like fascinating and interesting artist. In general.
I have to tell you, his talent made me like him. At first, I'm like, who is this? Is this Danny Glover, Donald Glover?
Childish
Gambino? I don't know. Is he singing? Is he rapping? Oh my God, my mom loves this song. Oh, I love this song. Oh, but he's writing. But I love watching Atlanta. It's like,
he's an actor.
But you know
what?
Who that reminds me of? A Jamie Foxx. Because Jamie Foxx is talented and he's so talented that you can't take one talent over the other. He's just as good as a comedian as he is as an actor. He's just as good as a writer as he is a singer. Like, he's just as good as a host as he is. What else does he do? Every freaking thing.
Now, I will say, though, that a lot of people are trying to make Childish Gambino like almost like this pro-black figure. And he said a lot of things in the past that have been questionable, maybe a joke, maybe not. I'm not that up on it, but
do you think that, because this was a conversation this week, do you think that it's possible to be pro-black but be married to someone outside of your race, like such as him?
Absolutely.
Why do some people
think that you can't be?
Yeah, because like we do that with the guy from Power, my man Ghost, my man.
We do
his
that.
Name is not coming to my.
Amari
Hardwick.
Yes.
He's fine.
He's so fine.
But his wife's a
little dry. Just a little.
Just a little dry.
Just a little dry.
She gives me the I drive a Nissan Maxima short hair with the long side.
Yes,
cut,
yes,
she also
with the
cuts up
asymmetric
oranges for the team moms at the
PTA
at the
and
PTA,
gets the Gatorade,
football
the
game.
blue
Yeah,
ones.
she gives me that vibe.
So, I mean, you can definitely be pro-black. First of all, there are a lot of people who are mixed, who are literally half black and half white, who are half black and pro-black. I mean,
Yes.
pro-black. Yes. But so why is it that when someone is dating outside of their race or married outside their race that it can't be the same thing and they're full black? They just got a white.
I don't know.
White.
I think it's just Black Twitter. Black Twitter will just go in.
First of
like,
all, Black
oh
Twitter
my
will
God, you're gonna sit up there and
drag
sing
you.
the African American national anthem, but then marry
Mary
Becky?
White girl. But you
Why
already know
can't
how
he?
the
And
black
how do we know
community
Becky
feels about
does not
that.
feel the same way, and she's not fighting for us as well?
Well, first of all, Becky can't feel the same way because Becky's not black.
But she,
But-
as far as empathetic.
But she's sort of
and
like,
not-
yeah, babe,
and
like,
not part of the problem, but want to be part of the solution.
yeah, absolutely.
I don't like when we do
We're
that.
so hypersensitive and not sensitive at the same time.
Yes.
It's like the strangest thing. And it's because of social media, everybody has an opinion. But you already know how the black community feels about black men dating white women anyway. Like, it's a very touchy, sensitive subject.
Issa Rae was receiving a lot of backlash not too long ago because in her book that came out years ago, all of a sudden we decided to resurface this. She was just saying that, Asian men deal a lot with their women, Asian women, dating outside of their race. And we
Yeah,
as
they
black
do.
women deal with a lot of our black men choosing to
So we should date each
outside of
other.
So she was saying we should just date each
No,
other.
I heard Asian men have little weebies, though.
Yeah.
So,
It might little egg
I don't know.
rolls.
But
But I do like shrimp egg rolls. But however, that's neither here nor there. I understand what she was saying. A lot of
Yeah.
people was taking it out of context, but you can definitely still be
As
pro-black and marry outside of your race because being pro-black is not, opposing anything else. You just love your culture and you can still love other cultures because that totally shows that we're all human.
Exactly.
Moving right along to something else that seemed to be making headlines this past week. We don't know why DJ Khaled's interview resurfaced, but it did. And apparently we forgot to talk about why DJ Khaled feels like there's different rules. He
don't want to eat the punani.
And he don't want to eat the box, bruh. So let me ask you this. What he says is, you're supposed to serve the king. It's different. And his way of serving you is, hey, do you love your dinner, your lavish lifestyle? Did you like the house you live in, the bed that you're sleeping on?
Yeah, and I'd also like some head.
Yeah. Could you be able to trade
Like,
that
is that
world?
too much to ask?
Could you trade that world, Shay?
No.
Why not?
I tried once, didn't work. I cheated.
Tell me about that. Did you really try?
I did try.
Yeah.
He wasn't with it. I mean, we were also
was he?
younger. So I was in college. I was probably 21, 22. But,
You should definitely
but
be eating the
still,
box by college.
yeah, like by that time, it shouldn't even be like a big thing anymore. But he wasn't into it. And I was just like,
Get
is
into
this really, is this worth
What do you
not?
mean he wasn't into it? Was he looking at like a cat or like milk?
He probably only, first off,
Or
he
is he like
probably
mushing
only
his
ate the
face
box
in it?
twice. Definitely wasn't mushing his face.
At
He was
least
acting like he
mush
was
your face.
scared of it.
Oh,
And I'm just like, what you
don't be
scared
scared
for?
of the cat,
Yeah. Like, what you scared for? Come on.
Maybe that's why DJ Khaled's wife is always yelling at his ass.
Because she mad.
She's
I would be
sexually
too.
frustrated.
Because I'm like, if DJ Khaled isn't eating the box, then
He's the best.
What is he doing?
They don't want you to eat the box.
But y'all see how big DJ Khaled is. Like, his motion of the ocean, he can't be doing too much motion.
She could sit up there. She could have a seat.
Oh, so you want me to do the work and you don't want to eat the box?
At least she could have a seat on his face. Let her have a seat sometimes. She got to deal with his ass yelling all across the place on Snapchat all day. She needs some relief.
She does.
Let's
I
do
mean,
it.
more power to her.
Girl power.
But I
let's
don't
save.
know. I don't know how many Chanel bags and how many trips are really gonna
Suffice. So Shay, when it comes down to it, you're not trading in head for. What if you had to trade it in for?
No,
money?
you gotta be
What if
nasty.
What if he was this African prince? Okay, hypothetically, and he's like, "Listen, I'm gonna give you a stipend just for being my concubine, and the stipend is
cheating.
$7,000 a month of just spending." On whatever you like, Shay.
Okay.
But, unfortunately, I do not eat the box. And your answer is?
Yes, but I'm cheating.
No. It's no yes, but. Yes, but I'm cheating.
I'm just saying.
You can't
if you catch
be
me,
faithful to him for
if you
$7
catch me,
grand, bro, on top of everything that he gonna do for you. You get to ride around and get it in the Maserati, you feel me? And you got $7,000.
I'll try.
And you still want him to eat the box?
I'm saying I'll try, but I can't promise that I'm not going to see what Prince Takashiki is doing down the street.
I don't think $7,000. I think $20,000. I could think about it.
$20,000 a month.
I don't know.
Because how much is it worth? Like, how much
It's
is it worth trading it in? Exactly.
Sigh.
Especially when you find one that, you know.
I had a friend in college that I
their
had to talk
performance
into.
level is like.
I had to tell her she has to give head. Like we were in college and
Yeah,
she
grow up.
wasn't trying to do that.
Grow up.
And she was like, well, he's not even my boyfriend. And I'm like, listen.
You got to do a little sucky and a little licky. And you might like it.
You might start to enjoy it.
I like it. It's
a
not
two-way
like
street. That's just what I'm saying. It's just both
you
ways.
have control and, you know, you can like do different stuff.
Yeah, Shay. Different stuff. We can do different stuff. That's how you sell it.
So did she start?
I think she did. I'm not sure how long it lasted. But it's just like, if you're an adult, we don't need to have this conversation about head. Either you doing it or you not doing it. You're not talking to me. And we're grown. And that's it. And you know, and the thing I was saying as far as with DJ Khaled too, you just gotta find someone that rocks with you. Apparently that works for him and his wife, and they're happy. They have a beautiful baby boy, Assad, who is an executive producer, has way more money than
he
I've
would
ever seen
be
in my
worth
life.
it. Assad would
You
be
know what I'm
worth
saying? So you just gotta find what works for you. Apparently she's happy. And if you find someone who
everybody has their yeses and their no's.
And they have a priority list, and things are really high and things that are really low. And if head is really low on their list too, then you guys could be happy together. But I'm gonna let everyone know head is really high on my list. And it's top 2 and it's not 2. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for getting unfiltered with us today. Shay, do you have anything to say? Like, where are you gonna be soon, and where can we follow you?
All right, so definitely follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Shay Parker. And you want to make sure you're hanging out with me at Ozio's next Sunday, their brunch day party I'm hosting. It's going to be lit.
Hey, and you guys
so check us out.
Where to find me. Sorry, Shay. You can find me Monday through Saturday on 93.9 WKYS from 10 to 3, where we get unfiltered every day at 2:15. But if you miss it, we get unfiltered right here on the podcast. And make sure you're locked in on KYSDC.com and DominiqueDaDiva.com. Of course, love ya. Mean it.